So the 4-0 for D69 on Jaguar Falls. Moving right along, though, going to be headed to the Frozen Guard. It is cold here in Atlanta, and it will be cold here in game number 2.
Absolutely, as we do see Frozen Guard come out with some long lines of sights. It's a little interesting here. We might see some different drafts come out from District 69 if they're beginning to feel each other. Maybe a Knessa might be picked up, but with the Shaolin being so successful last game, I do expect to see that again at least.
Yeah, but I expect D69 to try and, show flex their picks a little bit here. They don't want to show too much, but they want to show they're looking strong. Get everything warm. Keep everything warm. You don't want to go too long without playing stuff that you're comfortable with, and we'll have to see just what that is as we head into the champion draft.
So here we go, coming up on screen. This time, first pick, well, once again, it is District 69 holding the advantage here. First pick, Fernando is hovered. Will this be the Fernando that we are looking for Unbelievable? Going back to that comfort pick, perhaps?
I expect so, and I like this. They're switching it up. They're figuring it out. They have to try. They're going to need a lot of tools in the toolkit here as this tournament moves along. They got a lot of teams to play, a lot of homework to do. They got to have a lot of drafts ready to rock.
I do like this. QG now picking Makoa and Cassie. Cassie just, again, a staple of the damage champion class in Paladins, but Makoa did so much work on QG's backline as soon as they tried to engage last game that taking that away from District 69 is valuable here.
Absolutely, and answering back, Evie hovered, locked in for the first time. This is a big talking point, a very highly contested pick in Paladins currently, and Shippa is a master on this character. So you are in for a treat. Shaolin locked in as well. Those long sight lines going to be locked down.
Coming into play, Maldamba once again taken for Team QG. Dread Serpent, their big ultimate with the AoE Fear.
I like it.
Not doing a great deal of work last game, but if better utilized, could be a tide turner. Ruckus as well picked up now, so we're talking about the golden triangle of Makoa, Maldamba, and Ruckus, which competitive play has been going on so much about this past week for QG, but District 69, they're going different here again.
Yeah, perfect. They need a flank, though. Victor and Ying locked in. This is a backline that Buck can get in and mix it up on a lot of characters with not a lot of mobility. Shaolin and Victor specifically, they pump out a lot of damage here, and I think that the key for District 69 is a lot of times as these picks like Shaolin and Victor, you have to recognize when you're not going to get away from a guy like Buck, when you just have to go pedal to the metal and pump out the damage that these guys are so good at doing.
And even if you don't get the kill, if your teammates can clean it up, then you do manage to equalize and you hold steady at least. So on Frozen Guard, let's talk champion dynamics. We're in the Winter Witch's homeland here. Evie, she does well on ice maps, but are we looking at anybody else who's really going to be holding the fort, holding the throne here?
I just like QG's draft as a whole. I think it's a great switch up. Maldamba, Ruckus, Makoa is a sturdy front line. I think they're going to be able to do great things with it. I'm excited to see if Knight's on Cassie, and he is. Mikasa will be on Buck this time around. Master Lu on Maldamba, Yejing on Ruckus, and Spira on Makoa.
Still fighting out of the blue corner, District 69 with Sheepa on Evie, as mentioned before. Poto this time on Victor. Unbelievable on Ying. Makes sense. He's a pit player. He does play supports. Elven Path on Fernando, another staple champion in his pool, and Jera on Shaolin. This one's going to start off early, as always, with some poke from Evie.
Yep, being able to blink in, blink out. Poke is Evie's specialty. Very hard-hitting champion. The first dredge anchor of the game, though, is going to miss.
And that's very important. No setup confirmed. No peel now available. First blood, though, is going through to Team QG as one gets shut down. But Perdo pulled straight into a low HP. Makoa is able to confirm so much damage. Double kill for Perdo. Can he find the triple? Triple kill coming through. No, Sheepa cleans up Knight. And we do see Maldamba slither off to, well, not much safety as they are picked clean by Jera.
And I mean, you just see Perdo aiming down the sights right now. No pressure, no worries, no sweat on his brow. This is a problem for Team QG. This Buck, Mikasa, has to get on him. He cannot allow Victor to go uncontested in the backline. Victor, a champion that can do so much damage from long range if left uncontested. They have to turn up the heat on Perdo.
But right now, it isn't damage which is really at the forefront of everybody's minds. It's the dismounting that was coming through out of base, but damage is still there. Jera takes out Makoa. No frontline presence left, with the exception of Ruckus for QG, who does manage to get one kill and trade, but double kill again for Perdo, the second time this game. District 69, they look relatively unstoppable here.
District 69 haven't been fighting around the point. They left one to capture it. 1-0 lead, D69. Big fireball, big zone pressure from Elven Path. This Fernando giving up his life, but for a good cause is more than worth it to die to confirm space around the objective.
Absolutely. We are going to see Sheepa try and land some preliminary poke on the players. Actually look for an assassination on Maldamba. Gord goes down, trying to keep him alive. But the damage from Fernando now comes through. Shots confirmed to Maldamba. Just the AoE, not the direct impacts, which do so much work. And Ice Storm used in the end, trying to save Elven Path. It does successfully. Perdo will clean up one. 1. Shiba cleans up Maldumbra as well. And a double kill for another player of District 69 is just too much for QG to deal with.
Yeah, you saw that Ice Storm ability come out as the payload nears conversion here. No one really able to contest Makoa just now. Shell spinning back in.
And look at all the damage confirmed onto Makoa as soon as they do enter the objective area. Burst down almost immediately before the shield comes up. Buck jumps in, Buck jumps out again as he will be sent back to base. Surely look at the burst coming through. Elven Path with 2 as well. Double Path. 3 players of District 69 with 2 kills to their name and the conversion as well.
Net worth all in favor of D69 right now, looking near flawless as we head into round number 2. 2 ultimates available. Unbelievable's Illusory Rift. This is an AoE based heal that will keep all of D69 healthy. Only 2 cauterizes on the side of Team QG. That is those red cross items next to Mikasa and next to Knight. This will reduce the healing that Ying is able to do her teammates by 30% for 2 seconds. Currently leading the healing graphs though. Unbelievable, doing a good job on this Ying.
There's a lot of healing coming out from Unbelievable's Ying, but it still doesn't feel much compared to what we might see in other competitive games, and I feel that's partly due to the fights just being so fast. If there's nobody left to heal, yeah, absolutely, they're not close to each other, but if everybody's dead, then there's no damage to heal up.
Rolling in now is Knight, blasted almost immediately, taking off the back. Good pressure from Mikasa though, he's getting onto this Victor. They're making the adjustments that they need to.
They're trying to confirm the kill into Victor, but Illusory Rift was used by Ying in the back end there, just keeping everybody alive. And one by one, QG will fall. Knight has respawned, but everybody's been shut down. They did manage to achieve 40% or 46% on the capture objective, though, so doing better than they had done previously.
Yeah, I mean, they're making the adjustments. They're making progress right now, 46, 45, and climbing, but this zone is something QG needs to find for themselves if they're going to capture. You see how dangerous this is. Shippa out here on the CB, dismounting everyone, not even giving QG a chance to get back on the objective. 71, 78, and climbing for D69.
And there's just nobody close enough to close the gap for Team QG. District 69's second capture of the game will be uncontested, as Shiba is just too pesky to deal with, getting kill after kill or distraction after distraction in the backline, and nobody from QG is dealing with them, and this seems to be a really big thorn in their side.
This is just terrifying. Ice Storm comes out. That's Eevee's ultimate, persistent, cripple, and slow, so nowhere to go for the rest of QG as they are cleaned up. Pretty perfect games right now, going for Perdo 9-0. Unbelievable, still perfect at 2-0.
Also, escorting the payload will be unbelievable, as Ying, their deployables do have an extended range in which you can place them to heal up your allies, and therefore this allows your frontline to push out heavily into, well, the frontline of the fight and do a lot of disruption, exactly as Elven Path is doing as they kick off another team fight versus Makoa.
And now, Victor just trying to stay alive right now. Everyone trying to get on his case. They're recognizing that Perdo is the problem, and they're going to take it out.
Absolutely. Perdo, one of the hyper carries on the side of District 69, has been shut down. Back in the fight, there is going to be a Hexafire used, but it's a complete backdoor coming through. Nobody from QG sees it coming. District 69, they slip it through. That's going to sting.
That's got to sting. It's just an awareness issue right now. D69 spreading out the map so effectively. These zones, you can see it on their faces. They're confident. Garrus signature smirk.
And what was really important there as well is I feel like we saw Elven Path on Fernando and Perdo on Victor draw focus fire, force out some ultimates, and everybody went to shut them down because Perdo, well, you got to deal with them, otherwise they're going to kill your entire team. Just left Ying to keep on the payload cart, push it through, and as we go back to the scoreboard, we can probably see that reflected in Ying's objective time from this game.
Yeah, they create so much space here. Elven Path, more traditionally aggressive frontliner. You can see only 23 objective time for the frontliner, quote, for D69. He was off creating space, leaving Unbelievable to sit 14-0, 176 on the objective time. He was just pushing the payload, having a good old time.
Actually did get out healed by the Maldumbra in the end, though. Let's check out that healing stat, 16,000 to 18,000. Master Lu doing a little bit more work in that respect. Maybe those cauterized cards starting to come into play, but it just didn't seem to be enough for QG.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit more of Unbelievable was actually just sitting on the objective half the map away, where the rest of his team was off zoning, creating space, and no worries for that payload push here. A lot of good damage coming out from D69. 42,000 on Shippa's Eevee, 44,000, the best in the game from Parados. He didn't see much pressure, 20 eliminations, 1 death. the same slash line as Gera on Shaolin.
But I feel like he did at times. We saw Mikasa try and jump into the backline on Victor.
Absolutely.
As Buck try and go for the assassination, but the team responds. District 69 have great communication in their comms. They know when the pressure is coming, and they respond to it immediately. We saw the illusory rift come out of Ying as well, so we saw all that AoE healing come through, as well as Elven Path and Fernando peel back just to force Buck out of the issue, and this allows your all-important source of damage to stay alive.
That's right, and you can see just highlighted in Elven Path's play, there are so many ways to play these frontliners, getting aggressive in the backline as Elven Path did. Unbelievable when he's on this Fernando. It's going to be looking to more control the zones around the point. A lot of defensive shields used to provide peel for his teammates. That's incredibly important to do as a frontliner. You don't want to just stand there doing nothing. As a tank, the whole philosophy of a tank is to draw attention to yourself. If you're just standing there and no one's shooting you and they're saving the best for last, you're not doing your job.
You got to get right up there in their faces, but who else got up in people's faces? Sheepa on Eevee. You mentioned that damage stat being out of this world in the previous game. They're sitting on 2 solo kills this game. We'll see if they pull it out going into game number 3. This is a best of 5 sets, or a best of 5 sets in the groups, folks.